A Lagos-based member of the National House of Representatives raised what he called a motion of urgent public importance. He claimed mismanagement, abuse of power, misappropriation of funds at the trade fair. But if you look closely, these claims raise unnecessary alarm. They are unnecessary, and if you are not properly looking at it, you would think he made sense or he's doing the right thing. But he's trying to distort reality. The truth is that Lagos state politicians are frustrated that the federal government, not Lagos, controls that complex and that Igbo traders dominate its commercial activity. They are not happy.
Speaker, this is a motion of urgent public importance on the need to investigate the legal and the criminal allocation of federal government lands at the Lagos International Trade Fair Complex. Aware that the Lagos International Trade Fair Complex consists of a 350 hectares facility along Lagos-Badagry Expressway, which was constructed and opened in 1977 to coincide with the first Lagos International Trade Fair, uniquely designed with exposition halls, demonstration halls for the federal government and the state government international corporations, as well as recreation parks, with an artificial lakes, chalets, press centers, shopping stores, and festival squares. Further aware that in 1994, the federal government leased some spaces at the Lagos International Trade Fair to businesses from the Balogun market to enable them move and decongest the Lagos Island. Informed that in September 2002, the Balogun Business Association and its over 53,000 members, the auto spare parts, machinery dealers, cosmetics, jewelers, under the banners of the Association of Progressive Traders, as well as professionals and corporate bodies operating under the name International Center for Commerce, moved to the Lagos International Trade Fair. Note that there have been allegations of gross abuse of power, under tactics and misappropriation of funds and dues over the years by the Board of the Trustees and the management of the Lagos International Trade Fair Complex Limited, owned by the federal government. Concerned that the master plan.
Hello and welcome to my channel. Today we are going to look at an unfolding drama around the Lagos International Trade Fair Complex, a 350-hectare commercial hub along the Lagos-Badagry Expressway. This place was built in 1977. It was designed to host international exhibitions, government events, shopping centers, recreational parks, and artificial lakes. And it's a crown jewel of commerce in Lagos. It has long been a symbol of economic progress. As at this time, note, it was the federal government that was managing this place, and federal government owned land. And anything federal government owned is generally owned, because federal government, whether they bought it, whichever way they got it, it is our money. So in 1994, the federal government leased parts of the complex to traders from Balogun Market to decongest Lagos Island. Then in 2002, over 53,000, you had that, traders, mostly Igbos, relocated under the Association of Progressive Traders and International Center for Commerce. Okay, these traders built the market. Remember, there was a time you had something like this, that Ojukwu was called to come and open the market. He got angry because he saw the huge investment there. The investment, some people are, it pains them so much, they are trying to bring it down and seize the whole place. Ojukwu saw at the opening, it was said or alleged, Ojukwu went and said, oh, he wept Imagine what our people are doing in other people's land. So these traders were built the market, invested in infrastructure, and transformed it into a thriving commercial hub that serves thousands of families and employees. You understand? Now, recently, a Lagos based member of the National House of Representatives raised what he called a motion of urgent public importance. He claimed mismanagement, abuse of power, misappropriation of funds at the trade fair. But if you look closely, these claims raise unnecessary alarm. They are unnecessary, and if you are not properly looking at it, you would think he made sense or he's doing the right thing. But he's trying to distort reality. The truth is that Lagos state politicians are frustrated that the federal government, not Lagos, controls that complex and that Igbo traders dominate its commercial activity. They are not happy. And like they are doing with other markets where Igbos dominate. This particular one is leased by federal government. You know what? There was a time Lagos was federal capital territory before it was moved to Abuja. So it was a federal government property, meaning Nigeria as a whole owned it, but they don't want to hear that. They want to continue to hunt Igbo people down. So some months ago, Lagos used its power to demolish part of the complex. You saw that. Showing clear intent to assert control, to seize it. This was not about public interest, but about frustration as federal ownership and the success of Igbo business. They are not happy. We'll be saying things bluntly, clearly. There's nothing to hide. Let's be clear. The trade fair exists because Igbo traders built it. They relocated under federal government initiative, invested their resources, and created a thriving business hub. I can remember even till 2001, 2000, 2003, they were relocating from Balogun, Okaren market there, around even around that Oba place where Oba Palace is. They were relocating. I used to buy things from there, and you go sometime, they'll tell you, this marketer has gone to trade fair. So massively they invested in trade fair. They have been chased away from Balogu. A constant intimidation, even the day of their Eyo masquerade, they attack you. Even if you are not aware that they are having such festival, they come there, they attack you. Now, these people have moved, many of them or almost all, to trade fair. And these people, and you will not allow them, they are coming to trade fair. We are going to be exposing them. That is what we are doing in this channel. So, Igbo people built trade fair. They relocated, like we said, under federal government initiative. A lot of their investment, you saw people who were crying the other day, they lost plazas. Their plazas were demolished by these wicked people. By people who have said, our struggle, our sweat will be wasted for nothing except jealousy. So Igbo people created a big business in Alaba. Thousands of families depend on their work. The market is not only a commercial hub, it is the lifeline of Igbo enterprise in Lagos. Even though I will say I regret that our people are doing that. But I won't say support people with evil motive who are trying to bring down people's sweat, to crumble people's sweat. I won't still support them. Even though I will say our people are still making mistakes, and some of them will still make more mistakes even tomorrow. Some of them will wait for, they will be shown swamps to fill and build. And tomorrow, these people, what they are trying to do is to crumble us, make sure we waste whatever we get. It is systematic, in case you don't know. Now, look at what this one is going to do in the house. If you look at it, if you don't understand what is happening, you will think he is right. Oh, until you take a proper look at it, you will understand the ulterior motive behind him raising such bill. And the Speaker of the House is a Yoruba. And so that motion this guy raised in the House, it is less about governance, but it is more about envy and political ambition. The Lagos politicians, they are uncomfortable with the federal government control and the dominance of Igbo marketers, Igbo traders. So the motion attempt is to cast Igbo traders as the problem. That is their target. When they are, in fact, the solution and the success story, they want to see them as the problem. They want to demolish our sweat. That is their target. Let me tell you, this is not hypothetical. Lagos State's demolition and political pressure directly threaten the businesses that Igbo traders built over decades. Their success, instead of being celebrated, is being undermined for political gain. This is economic sabotage disguised as concern for mismanagement. If you don't look properly into that bill, you will think this guy is trying to do the right thing. These are people with wicked, ulterior motives. Like I said, I still blame my Igbo people. But then, we will not lose out. We will not be allowing our sweat to be crumbled by some wicked elements. So IGBO AREA TV is calling on all stakeholders, the federal authorities, traders and citizens, to stand firm in protecting Igbo business. Their rights, as is our rights, our investment and livelihood must not be sacrificed for jealousy. It must not be sacrificed for territorial ambition or political power plays. Enough is enough. The Lagos International Trade Fair Complex is more than land. It is the story of Igbo enterprise. It is a pride. It shows resilience and vision. Any claims of mismanagement or abuse should be carefully examined, because the real motive behind the motion is political frustration and envy. The people who build this market will continue to protect it, and their contributions cannot be erased. Join me, join others, and let's say no to this wickedness. Thanks for watching. I am Azuka OJ. Bye bye for now. Ndị Igbo cha n'anya, unu alụzi ya, unu egozina.